Hi, so ignore the fact that I've completely lost my voice and everything about my appearance because I've been in bed all day because I had to go to the ER last night and because I couldn't breathe and I still can't breathe properly, so, but not the point. Okay, so the point of the video is that I wanted to talk about my gender identity and what the button test was, because I just learned what the button test was for transness. I don't know how to say that. So yeah, we're gonna talk about. Okay, so first I'm gonna talk about the button test thing. The button test is if there was a button that you could press that would automatically switch you genders and you could not change back, would you press that button? And I thought about it for a bit, but my response was no. My answer is no. Only for one reason, and that is because I don't want, this is embarrassing to say, I don't want the member part of a male. I want everything else, just not the member. For my own personal reasons that I'm not okay with sharing on here, because one, I'll probably get canceled, or not canceled, but the video will get taken down. And yeah, so that was my response on that. And then for my gender identity, that's what that's called, part, I wanted to talk about that. So I feel like my gender is like a femboy, if that makes sense. I'm like a non-binary femboy, is what I feel like. I don't know how else to describe it. I like expressing some feminine things. I like wearing skirts. I like wearing crop tops. I like doing things like that, but from a masculine point. Because if people call me she, her, I'm like, it's fine. I don't care. Other people can call me whatever they want, but that just sounds wrong when they're referring to me. And then they is the best, and then they, he, are the ones that sound correct. And if somebody calls me one of those, I'm like, yeah, okay, that's me. But I like doing all those things that I said earlier, but I also like wearing masculine stuff. I also like making myself present more masculine. I like presenting as a feminine mask person. I don't know how to explain it other than that. I feel more non-binary, but I feel like I'm non-binary from a male. Originally a male, that's kind of feminine, so it kind of interchanges, but it's more in the middle. It's difficult to explain. I'm not fully over here. I'm not fully over here. I'm this part doesn't exist very much. So yeah, I think that covers it. I know it's really hard for people to say he or they when referring to me because I'm too pretty and because I'm just so obviously born a girl and so obviously gorgeous. This is other people's words, to where I don't remind of a man, therefore I'm not. And it just feels wrong for people to say that I'm a man. And my grandfather has expressed it as, there was a thing in Star Trek where, a guy was, strapped at a chair in an electric chair or something like that. And he had to look up and tell the person in front of him how many lights there was. And there were 3 lights. and he would say 3, and then that other person would say, no, there's 4, and then the person in the chair would get zapped. This is a whole thing that he has said. But he said it's like being punished if he says the correct thing, and then if he says the correct thing, he gets punished. But that's the correct thing, so why would I not say the correct thing? And it's kind of I think that's the word that I'm looking for. Controversial. Controversial, maybe. Because he will say things like the opposite of that, and be like, but it's justified because blank reasoning. I don't like that. But yeah, a lot of people in my life have really strong opinions about the fact that I'm like trying to go by they or he, and I understand that it's like difficult, and I understand that your guys' brains were trained to see like feminine person equals she, and masculine person equals he, and then masculine girl equals gay. I understand. I'm sorry. This is going on a whole fucking rant, but yeah, I understand that that's a difficulty and a problem, especially for like really pretty people. Like my boyfriend, he's trans. He's absolutely gorgeous, but he's a boy. He was born a girl, but he's a boy. It's not, at least for me, it's not difficult to like see him as a him. He's such a teenage boy. He's like the embodiment of a teenage boy. And then other people will be like, but she's too pretty. She's obviously a girl. And I dislike that people do that. But people can have their own opinions. This has become a really long thing. I'm sorry. But yeah. That is me. I'm gonna end this now. But that's me, and my gender identity, and why I would not push the button. But if I were to go on hormones to where I would, like, my voice would get deeper, more defined muscles, and, like, more body hair, yes, please. Please give me that. Specifically the deeper voice. Oh my god, I love those. I wish I had one. I don't. I have a really girly voice. I don't like it. But yeah, yeah. I'm done. Bye-bye. I'm done ranting, I promise. Bye.